Welcome to the Tool Review channel. Today we're taking a look at the Knipex 1388-8 electrical installation pliers. Now this is the 1000-volt insulator, or the VDE version of their electrical installation plier that Knipex has to offer. So to start off the video here, you can see it has the traditional yellow and red VDE handles. I feel that these are some of the most comfortable handles that you can get on a tool, and wish that the Knipex standard comfort grip handles were like these. And as you can see, it has these little notches at the top here, so that if you accidentally are losing grip on the tool, it kind of catches in your hand, which is nice. And you can see the 1000-volt rated is stamped onto the handle as well. You got your Knipex name there, and then that is I believe that is one of the certifications that the tool goes through. That's the marking right there. And then you also have some more certifications that the tool went through right there to prove that it was tested to withstand 1000 volts. I believe they put them in a tank and they tested up to 10,000 volts to see if it'll fail, but the tool is rated for 1000 volts. As you can see up here, you have your model number right there, made in Germany, and I finally figured out what these numbers meant on the insulated tool. So this tool was made in 2019. That's just telling you when the tool was made and how old the tool is, especially if you have, if you had the VDE tools for a while, and they're starting to wear out. You're going to be able to know when the tool was made by that date code right there, and then you can judge if you want to replace the tool or not. And then coming up to the top of the tool, you can see the Knipex name is stamped onto part of the pliers, which is nice. I do like it when manufacturers stamp their name on the tool rather than laser etching it. And then coming up to the strippers and the cutters, you can see you have a pretty decent sized cutter right here. And your strippers, it'll strip from 12 to 14 gauge. And then you can also crimp 12 to 20 gauge. I believe it's for end crimps and ferrules, if I'm not mistaken. You're definitely not going to be using this crimper to crimp normal electrical connectors like your spade and your ring terminals. Definitely not going to work there. And then you have a open part with some teeth right there, so if you need to grip onto a bolt, or you have like a little lock nut washer or something like that that you're trying to tighten or loosen, you could use those teeth to grip onto that and tighten it. And then at the top of your pliers, you can see you have some quite nice teeth on the top of the plier that do have a nice grip onto them. And then you have a little tiny smooth part up there if you wanted to bend or loop some wire without having to worry about nicking or marring up the surface of the wire. And then coming to the back, obviously do not cut steel wire with these. These can only cut copper and aluminum wire, so don't go trying to cut steel wire with these, because you're going to damage the cutting edge, and you're just not going to have a tool that's going to last. And then and the inside of the handles, you can see made in Germany, 1000-volt rated. And then some more safety information here on the inside of each handle, which is pretty nice. You can see right there, it's the exact same on each handle, which is pretty nice if you ask me. So now we're going to zoom out here and get to some of the functionality of this tool. Now I did have a review on the standard version of this tool, but just in case you didn't see that, might as well show you the demonstration of how this tool would work. So what I find works the best is you just pierce the outer insulation with the tool. You put the tool down, and then you go ahead and you pull off that outer insulation, and you split your conductors, and you just bend that little piece of paper out of the way, or you can rip it off. This is 14.2 with ground, so we're going to be using that top stripping hole right there. And as you can see right there, you are able to strip off that wire, no problem. Super easy, and it's pretty easy. Like I said, it's pretty easy to use. You don't really have to put that much effort into it. I'm kind of struggling here because this is a short piece of Romex, and the wire does want to pull out, but you are able to strip that wire, no problem whatsoever. And then you can use the nose of the pliers, as you see right here, to loop your wires if you needed to do that. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to use, if you ask me. Oops, lost my grip there. But as you can see right there, it is pretty simple to loop some wire. And the cutters on here are pretty strong, so you can cut through all 3 conductors or all 3 wires, no problem whatsoever. So now that was with the 14.2 with ground. We'll bring in our 12.2 with ground and do the exact same thing. So we'll go ahead and we'll pierce that outer insulation, and we should be able to pull off the outer sheathing of the wire if I cut it correctly enough. Without shaking the camera, and then we'll just rip that little piece of paper off right there. Sorry about the camera shake right there. Split our wires apart, and we'll be using the bottom stripping hole, and we'll just insert the wire there. And as you can see, you pull off that insulation super easy, and you barely got to put any effort into it, which is nice. It's always nice when you have super sharp stripping tools on a tool. You don't have to put that much effort into it, and then you can, use the pliers to loop the wire to your desired length. As you can see right there, pretty simple. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go and cut through that. Oops, sorry about the camera shake there. We'll go ahead and cut through that, no problem. So overall, these are definitely a nice pair of electrical installation pliers from Knipex. Now you can get these in quite a few different variations just with the VDE handles, but this is the only version that they currently make that is for the American wire gauge. All the other ones have, I believe it's the millimeter wire gauge, so basically what the rest of the world uses. So if that's what you want to use, then you can go ahead and do that. You can get them in this version, which I believe is the black atomized finish or the black oxide or black coating, whatever it is. You can also get the other versions. They come in chrome plated, but those are going to cost a little bit more than this pair. And they also have one that has a spring loaded. I believe it only comes in chrome plated, but it is spring loaded. I really wish they would do one that was in the American wire gauge that was spring-loaded, because I do like their spring-loaded tools. They do tend to work a lot better than the non-spring-loaded tools. That's just my opinion. But if you don't want the VDE version of this tool, you can also get just the standard comfort grip version of this tool, or the standard dipped-handled version. I believe they make a standard dipped-handled version of this tool as well, so you can go ahead and pick that up. But that's all I really have for this review, so I will leave a couple links in the description below if you are looking to pick this tool up. One will be for Casey Tool, and the other should be for Chad's Toolbox, which I believe both of them are authorized Knipex dealers. So I always recommend, if you're buying Knipex tools, you just go and buy them through an authorized dealer. That way, in case you have to return it or warranty the tool out, you're going to have a much easier time doing it than if you were to buy it off Amazon. That's just my opinion, but that's enough rambling about that. That's all I have for this video, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And if you are new to the channel and you would like to see more content like this, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and you will be able to see more of my content like this on a weekly basis. But that's all I have for this video, so thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.